All right. So now. Okay. All right, Lydia. Let's see if you can figure out what killer I am playing as. What killer am I playing as, Lydia?
That was pretty quick. I'll be the Mr. Doctor.
That would be correct. I am playing the Doctor. If you look on screen, I have this nifty little, that's the wrong one, this nifty little thing that I made. I don't know if Lydia has it or not, but it's a nifty little thing that talks about the Doctor. So this is how I describe the Doctor when I talk about the Doctor. He is an aggressive M1 killer. Now, again, clarify, when I call him an M1 killer, that means instead of relying on his power for downs, he relies on getting hits with his weapon to get downs. Identifications. If you're on Lydia's stream, you can hear the Doctor's unique terror radius. If Lydia hasn't gone anywhere, I don't know where Lydia went, but
I'm hiding. I'm trying to, for whatever reason, the stuff that you sent me is like, oh, okay, it's like gray. Never mind. Okay.
But
because I have it in my Gmail, I never put it on the stream.
Okay. But so unique, yeah. So he has a unique terror radius. So one of the first original killers to actually get a unique terror radius when they reworked him about a year or so ago. He also, the other thing you listen for, I'll do it again, is you can hear that charge. That, you know, the static, that's his static blast charging up. And of course, the other thing you can look for is your teammate screaming. Doctor's strengths. He is excellent at locating survivors, as we saw at the beginning of the match. The second time, not so much. I did not find Lydia. Are you in a locker? Anyway, we'll find Lydia again. But the Doctor's primary strength is he is excellent at locating survivors. It doesn't, you know, as we saw at the beginning, I made Lydia scream. I knew where she was, and we went and found her. Very good, you know, I would probably recommend, you know, for, you know, definitely the Doctor for more casual players who don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time hunting down survivors. You play the Doctor, you just let out a static blast, and you make people scream. His other strengths, if I can find Lydia and get her into a chase, is loop denial. Doctor's shock therapy. So when I hit a survivor using that shock therapy, so the M2 button on, you know, normally, it prevents the survivor from going through windows, going through, you know, using pallets, or and also it prevents them from using exhaustion perks temporarily. So things like sprint burst, or there she is. Sprint burst, or things like sprint burst, or dead hard, or things like that.
Those wonky skill checks got me.
The other thing about the Doctor's shock therapy.
That is such a cool skin. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just dying.
I've decided I'm gonna wear, when I do this, I'm gonna wear the favorite skins I own of the killer. But they also interrupt survivor actions. So let's say, Lydia, let's just come over here and get you on a generator really quick, and to demonstrate this, let's come up and get on the generator up here. So you just start repairing it. Come in. Do my shock therapy, it interrupts the repairs. So if you're concerned, like if there's a generator almost about to be done and you're like, am I gonna get there to interrupt it in time? Boom, shock therapy, stops it. Also prevents such actions as healing, unhooking. Prevents healing and unhooking. Okay, let Lydia get out of her madness. His weaknesses, he doesn't have any super major weaknesses other than getting the timing of when to use the static blast down. It does take a little bit of practice, but not too terribly much once you get used to static blast. So let's start a chase, Lydia. I'll give you 2 seconds head start. 1, 2. All right.
Oh dear, that was not very long.
Sorry. Okay. So.
Jeez.
Yep. Loop denial. That is, you know, as we were talking about, this is something that the killer is good at. Let me know when your dead hard is back. There's another thing I want to demonstrate. So.
Okay. I'll 99 myself.
You're good. tips against playing against the doctor. First thing is don't run immediately when you get shocked by the static blast. Use your dead heart again. Don't run immediately when you get shocked by the static blast. Doctor is just figuring out where you are. You don't know where the doctor is. 9 times out of 10, you will just be running straight into the doctor. So wait until the doctor is closer, and then using your exhaustion perks, sprint burst, lithe, whatever you're using, to get those escapes. Because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna waste your exhaustion perk and you're gonna run right into him, and that's just not a good thing to do. Other things that we saw earlier. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna do my shock therapy and dead hard right now. You can dead hard through shock therapy. That is something I learned the other day while we were doing some research in preparation for today. You can dead hard through shock therapy. I did not know that. Anyway, other things, pre-dropping pallets, particularly strong pallets like this one, because if I hit, yep, right like that, yep, exactly. And again, the timing, that's the big thing. Pre-drop the pallet. Pallet's now used. And yeah, now. Oh yeah, exactly. Pre-dropping pallets, particularly strong ones, because if the doctor shocks you and you're trying to preserve the pallet as much as possible, you're gonna get hit. It's particularly against a really good doctor. Another tip is the perk Calm Spirit. Calm Spirit is the only perk in the game that will prevent you from screaming when you get shocked by the doctor. However, if you're playing as doctor, something to keep in mind is if someone is running Calm Spirit and I do, my static blast like this, and they're running Calm Spirit, they still get Madness, and I will still get the score event. You might not have seen it because it's underneath my face on my camera, but you still get the score event letting you know that you hit someone, even if they didn't scream. So that's an important thing to keep in mind if you're playing doctor. Last tip is Madness Tier 3. When you are in Madness Tier 3, you can still unhook survivors. I see a lot of survivors who are like, crap, I'm in Madness Tier 3, I can't do anything. That's not true. While in Madness Tier 3, you can unhook survivors, and you can still drop pallets. So just because you're in Madness Tier 3 does not mean you are helpless. Alright. Okay. What now? Next.
Do you want me to demonstrate how, you can't vault or anything when you're...
Yeah, that would be nice.
Shocked.
I've been trying to get that done, but dude, I'm trying to get that. But yeah, see, shocker, can't vault until the shock goes away. Again, gotta thank you, Panda Seats Panda, for the follow. Anyway. The other thing, next things to talk about is we're going to talk about 2 of the Doctor's add-ons. So the way the Doctor's add-ons work is that they add additional effects to his static blast. So things such as fake pallets, fake doctors even, reverse, making the skill checks spin backwards, things like that. The Iridescent King is the first of the add-ons to look for because the Iridescent King adds all the effects to Madness. So if you notice that you're seeing a bunch of crazy stuff, it probably means that there's an Iridescent King, or the Doctor's using Iridescent King. The last thing to look for is the Iridescent. I know it's spelled iridescent on my screen, but I did not spell check that. Iridescent Queen. What this causes is that it causes survivors in Madness to shock other survivors. So
oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. And you can identify it because you'll see the static, you'll see static at your feet. So that's how you can know that there's an Iridescent Queen, because you'll see static at your feet, and when you get close to the other survivor, you'll shock each other, and the other survivor will get, will start raising in Madness. So watch out for Iridescent Queen. I don't see a lot of doctors use it, but yeah, that's it. So any additional questions about Doctor, Lydia?
Really, basically the counter just seems like don't use your add-ons on him right away, or don't use your exhaustion stuff on him right away, and pre-drop pallets, and that seems to be basically it.
That's pretty much it. You know, he's definitely not the strongest killer, but his power makes him, like, I was looking into it, and honestly, it's like, I don't really see many weaknesses. I don't see many other things when it comes to the Doctor, because he's just really strong and, you know, a really good Doctor will be able to deny you at loops. A really good Doctor will be able to find you really quickly. You know, so basically, you know, getting these pre-drops, I probably should have shocked you right there is what I should have done. But yeah, getting these pre-drops, all of that, that's the big thing about Doctor.